it's probably time to go. This is Nerd's show, yeah, this is Nerd's show. And if you ain't one of them, it's probably time to go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this weird corner of the internet. Except those who are easily offended. People who don't like God for people who take life too seriously.
You'll never make it out of here alive.
Anyways, letting rest.
Welcome.
Our not at all helpful host, Hickory, the dang and underwhelming.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm, of course, Hickory, the daddy and underwhelming. Welcome back. It's been a fucking minute. We've been offline. I probably shouldn't swear in the first few minutes of the stream. YouTube doesn't like that, but, you know, I've been gone for a minute. And by a minute, I mean like a couple months. I didn't... Moss is in the chat saying, I miss you, Kyle. I hope everything's going all well. I miss you too, Moss. I hope everything's going well with you. Everything's going amazing with us. It's been a while. I just realized I didn't plug my computer into the... I rearranged the studio. That's why things look a little weird right now. But yeah. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a bit. I want to say the last time I streamed. If I looked at the calendar, I could tell you for sure. Was I don't even have to like look at my stream schedule. If I go back to May. Last time I streamed was probably April 30th. And there's a very good reason for that. It's not that I planned on taking May or June completely off. But yeah, so April 30th, let's rewind real quick. We're going to do a quick catch up on the history and the lore of why I've been off streaming for so long. And no, it's not because there's been a lack of topics to rant about every week. As I mean, there's a million things that have happened in the past 2 months that have been like, oh, I'd love to rant about that on my stream for a minute. Or talk about how I'm pissed off because people don't understand that I would be pissed off in the situation, even though they're pissed off, and they just want me to be pissed off because they're pissed off about the thing that happened to trigger them, and not based on the actual semantic argument. Anyways, I digress. April 30th. Let's rewind. So the last time I streamed, April 30th, it's the last episode of the Dank Underwhelming Live show. Season 2 by myself. And I decided I want to take a couple weeks off. Totally normal, rational thing for a human who is on the internet too much knows, is that that's totally just it's a nice thing to do. My plan was to like take 2, maybe 3 weeks off, be back, ride it out. My son would be born around now. I'd probably take those couple weeks off too. So I'd have like a month there where I was back to normal streaming. So what actually ended up happening, or how history actually rolled out, was I streamed to April 30th. Totally normal. Other than me saying, hey, I won't be on for a while. I guess to Saturday, the 3rd of May. That was the first Saturday after that last live stream. It's the Bridgewater Raft Race. So I go down, I call commentary on that. Everything's awesome. Had a great time. Some great rafts. Great teams. Good turnout. People were excited. It was a slightly rainy day. It kind of, like the weather was kind of oppressive. Like it was that kind of weather that's like, you don't want to have an outdoor event today. Like the band canceled. Other than that, like everything was perfect. Sunday, May the 4th, I go to a chili cook-off. Yeah, that's right, chili cook-off. And TDAU did that. I did a chili cheese dog chili, white cheddar sauce base with ground beef, hot dogs, peppers, onions, chili seasoning, a few other ingredients. Yeah, it was pretty good. That was the 4th, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Because I had no idea. When I got up on the 5th of May, 2025. I got up early. I got up at like 4:30. Our first appointment was in the door at Dartmouth. 7 o'clock for a growth scan on the kiddo. Everything was normal. The wife's blood pressure was a little bit up a couple weeks before. It wasn't quite a big deal. They put her on some medication. Everything looked like it was going great. We roll in the 5th of May, 7 a.m. We have a normal OB checkup. Or not OB. We have a normal ultrasound checkup. Growth looks good. No big deal. After that, we have like an hour and a half or 2 hours to kill before our next appointment. Because that's how sometimes these things work. Is they eat your entire day. Because you have 3 appointments spaced an hour and a half apart each. A lot of the time, they're very good and get them in. No big deal. This one, we had some time to kill. We went and got breakfast. We went back. I think it was like a 9:30, 10 o'clock appointment for the wife to get checked on, and blood pressure was high. And of course, they were like, "Oh, we're going to hold you for observation." At which point, they did. We went over there. Everything seemed to calm down. We were good. I went home. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna keep you overnight." I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go home, grab your bag, come back, then I'll go home again." Whatever. It's not great, but it's what we signed up for, right? It's like these moments of like, yeah, I don't want to do that, but I'm going to because it's what's for the best interest of 3 of us at this point. So go to grab her stuff. I come back. We hang out for a while. Everything's fine. No big deal. And then she gets a headache. And we're like, okay, like 7:30. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go back to the house. I'll sleep. I'll go to work. You have to get up. We'll get up. I'll call it breakfast, lunch for you from work. No big deal. You have like a scheduled thing at 3 o'clock tomorrow anyways. It's actually like a shot for the child. A steroidal shot they give to the mother. Regardless, you have a thing at 3. I'll pick you up after work. We'll go home. Everything's cool. I leave to go home. I'm standing outside pumping gas. And I get the phone call that's like, hey, you need to come back. You need to give the cat a bunch of snacks. Tell her that you love her because we're doing this tonight. So yeah, pack my stuff. I sent a text message, like a 911 breaking from my cell phone to my work circle, and said, hey, I'm not making it in tomorrow. Here's what's going down. 11:25 p.m. on Cinco de Mayo, I became a father. That's right. Hickory the Daddy and Underwhelming, my final form. Probably not. I'll probably get to Dad Bod and Underwhelming at some point. Anyways, we can get into the rest of the story after the show's actually going on. This was a long enough intro for me. I don't know about you, but let's get to the actual show.
Yeah, back, baby.
Are you saying you want to show me your tits?
This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of a punk, and then all his friends left him, and now he's here alone. This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of punk. Now he's here doing the dang and underwhelming live show.
This is a weird show.
Dang, an underwhelming live show. Dang, an underwhelming live show. Dang, 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 an underwhelming live show. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm, of course, Hickory, the Dank and Underwhelming. Welcome back. The Hickory, the Daddy and Underwhelming live show. That's right, TDAU Live, Season 3, Episode 1. Hickory, the Daddy and Underwhelming. Yeah, because that's what's happened since the last time I've met on live. I hope that my audio and background are looking fine. Did move the studio around a little bit to consolidate for space. So the background was here. Now it's there, and that's the new background. The old background is still on the wall there. The turkey poster's still up there. Anyways, yeah, it's been a wild couple weeks.
there's been plenty of stories that I've missed, unfortunately. But yeah, the big story is that I became a father. Cinco de Mayo, to a beautiful boy named Colton, who is an absolutely amazing human being. And I don't want to rant on it too much because it's like one of those things that like I don't want to. So I haven't posted much about it. It's like I don't care to make it like a social media thing at all. And as public as I've been on a lot of things on social media, like being a dad necessarily isn't one of them, which is unfortunate because like I wish I could be, I don't know, more like influential about it because I definitely feel like that's a thing that's lacking nowadays. Anyways, yeah, new background. You have a question about anything in the background there? Please feel free to comment about it. But yeah, big things, man. I had a kid. It was crazy. I was born 8 weeks early. Spent like 33 days in the NICU. Uh, Fucking wild. Shared audio. We got the tab shared. Okay. Yeah, it's been wild. It's been an absolutely crazy time, to be honest. Like there's a lot of stories. Oh, my boy. Yeah. Uh, that was one of the wild parts about it is that we met another couple who were in the NICU. And this dude is dope. Like he had the same first name as I do, which is not Hickory. And I don't know if anybody watching cares enough to like deep dive. I'm sure I've probably said my real first name on this show. It used to be like a online kayfabe thing that I never addressed myself by my first name. But like at this point, who cares? I'm not super famous. I'm not entirely concerned about getting doxxed. Even though I share some wild opinions on previous seasons of the show. Regardless, we met a super awesome couple. And the funny part was me being a comedy magician and literally just making jokes all the time and hanging out with comics and doing shows. And I know a lot of things that I do on the show are not necessarily jokes, they're just me sharing my opinions. Uh, when I'm out on stage and getting paid to do it, it's definitely well crafted, well written jokes. It's not just stream of conscious me reacting to what's going on in the world. But so there's another couple, and they have I'm not going to completely share their information, but my son's name was on their short list, and this couple didn't want to know the gender of their child until it was born, which is actually really, really cool. Mad respect to them because we couldn't wait. We had to do a gender reveal like the second we had tests back, and it was kind of tough having to ask um, a coworker to look at the results of a test and put the correct ones in the bag and hope they got it right. And not that I didn't think they would get it right, but it's like one of those things where you're like, up until the moment you actually see the kid and see all their functioning, see them completely, you're like, oh, okay. Yep. Actually, I guess it's hear him crying in the background and it broke my heart a little. Colton, I love you, buddy. Oh, it makes me sad I'm in here right now. He's out there. Like his mom's taking perfectly good care of him, but hearing him cry is like, good lord. Anyways, completely awesome couple, and the fucking the hysterical part is that this other dad that shared the same first name as me was the dad joke dad of the NICU, who told a ton of dad jokes, and it was great. Like he was awesome. There was a bunch of good ones, some classic ones like I knew the answers to, like what do you call a cow with two legs? Lean beef. or what do you call it? A guy with no legs, ground beef. Like those types of really um, funny ones, especially because I work in that industry. It was really funny. And some great ones. Like the one of my favorites was like, did you know that the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece. Oh yeah, yep, yep, love that dad joke. Not gonna lie, that one's close to my heart. But I ended up writing some in there. And anyways, we stayed in touch with him. He had just texted me. That's why I was like, oh yeah. That was another thing I wanted to share. Is that my heart goes out to anybody who are NICU parents, because that's my whole thing. And I'm sorry this show hasn't been funny or me critiquing the news or doing anything that I normally do whatsoever. Benji, thank you. Thank you for reaching out. A couple people on YouTube hanging out. I hope all is good. I hope my audio visuals are good. I'll watch this back later to see how things are. But yeah, no, it's been it's been a wild couple months, man. I'm hoping in the next few weeks we'll be back normally. Like very normally. Yeah, like back weekly normally, possibly with some real content. It's been a minute. I know. It's probably been almost 2 years now. Because no, I needed a break for a while. Um, producing way too much for way too long and not focusing on other things. And no, I think it's come full circle. I think it's time for me to dig in and do some more YouTube content. Hopefully, the new layout and lighting works. I hope everybody's cool with that. I hope it looks good. Yeah, we got the Uncle Dad and the Family Secret flyer, tarp hung up in the back. And yeah, we'll get into some news articles. I'm probably only going to hang out for like another 20 minutes or so. I really wish I could just work on some music or work on my video game, to be honest. Now that I'm in here and I'm like, oh, I have free time. That's like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate streaming. But I wish I were working on a passion project. Sorry, sometimes it takes a few minutes to get the pipe stoked. Okay. Let's get into some stories. Okay. Yeah, Sweden, the hunters. No more AR-15s. Ukraine gets them instead. Yeah, this was a crazier article. They just, yeah. Sweden, unfortunately, had a shooting at a school. And they're banning AR-15s, confiscating them, and then sending them to Ukraine. Which makes me sad for both people of Sweden, because that means they can't defend themselves nearly as practically as they could before, but also for the people of Ukraine, because it means they can't defend themselves all that well, considering they got ARs. Oh yeah, Scott Wiener just hanging out at the USNS Harvey Milk float. Anyways, I think that might be it, man. I don't know. I don't really feel like talking about news stories my first episode back. That was what I normally do on the show before. And to be honest, like this first one, I don't really know if I want to go through it. It's been such a trip. Just to get everything set up again. Took like a whole extra hour. I don't mean to bore you, because I know none of this is terribly exciting for anybody but me. But yeah, no, I'm a dad now. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna go do that. Let's go see what's going on in Tim's show.
You know,
Yes.
no,
Everybody has to make their own killdozer.
no more.
I just signed on just in time to hear somebody mention the killdozer.
Science experiments on rats, making them swim.
Meant to be.
You know, testing to see whether
Or beagles.
testing whether fish feel pain. I'm half kidding, but it is a problem where no one running for office can threaten to take away your freebies. No one can. Anybody goes up there and says we shouldn't be taking money from the young to pay the old, you'll lose 2 seconds.
No.
Good luck. Good luck building a society when you must maintain either the same level of extraction or increased levels of extraction.
And have a population that's shrinking.
Right? It's impossible.
Yeah, and what's the average age of a boomer right now? Like 62 or something?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
roughly?
Yeah.
So you got life expectancy is about 72 in the US, something like that.
You know what I love too is you know what all the boomers say? It's my money. I paid into it. I deserve it. And it's like, okay, well, like here's the problem. I'm paying into it right now and I don't get to have it. So you see, there's an impasse.
Yeah, that's enough Tim Casper tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'll let that run for a second. But yeah, no, things we have been working on. There's still music in the pipeline. Working on that. Unreal updated. So yeah, I think I've announced that before, but yeah, working on the video game. Dank and Underwhelming video game, which will be like a survival game where, yeah, you just kind of got to survive. You got to harvest food, plant food on animals, domesticate animals. I mean, a lot of that's coming down the pipeline. When it starts, it'll be very much find food, eat food, hunt food, find stuff, build bases, get weapons, and then use weapons, and then eventually you'll find potions and things that will teleport you to other worlds where you will play other games. And then if you do well in those other games, you can bring your things back to the main game. That's the idea. So, been working on that, but not too much in the past couple of months. No, I've just been hanging out, cuddling the hell out of my little kiddo. Oh, he's amazing. It's wild because I didn't know it would feel like this at all. And it's pretty incredible. I don't really know what else to say. I think that's what I'm going to call it for tonight. It's like, I could do old show stuff, but I don't really care. I'd rather go cuddle with a kiddo. So, yeah, that's all I got to hear. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. I'm, of course, Hickory the Dank and Underwhelming. This has been Season 3, Episode 1, Hickory the Daddy and Underwhelming. Yeah, we'll get into more. If you guys have questions, feel free to leave them down below. I'll try to adjust them at the next live stream, which will be next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And, yeah, I'm going to roll the credits. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, Dank Magician out. Daddy Magician out. Above all else, I just want to say thank you. Have a beautiful night. Drunk Magician out. Cheers. Now let's get the credits. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate the help. Cause this is a show I do by myself. I produce the shit myself. And I've been through a lot with friends and a lot of shit I felt.